Hello, everybody. I'm Steve Reinharz, CEO and CTO of Artificial Intelligence Technology Solutions. Hopefully, your favorite ticker in the world. Now, you're looking at the video and you're like, hey, Steve, you had talked about different production quality and so forth. And yes, I have. And yes, I'm going to show you a clip of the video that I actually recorded a couple days ago. Take a quick snip look.
Hello, everybody. I'm Steve Reinharz, Chief Executive Officer and Chief Technology Officer and founder of Artificial Intelligence Technology Solutions. It's so good that you're here. So happy to have you. I want to welcome all the new folks.
So you can see that production quality for the visual effects was fantastic, but the audio was unusable. And as such, I was like, I got to re-record. So I'm re-recording at my desk, old style, getting you guys the information. We're talking about sales and we're peeking behind the curtain. Let's get started. So first thing I want to say is that as you watch this, it was released on February the 1st, 2025. And that prior week, we issued 2 press releases. And they were both focused on a single vertical. A vertical that is commonly referred to as SLED, which is like small, local, I forget what the E and D are, but it's basically small local governments, municipalities and counties and some state. Yeah, it's state, local, I don't know. Anyway, it's this category of government and near government organizations that aren't federally affiliated. And we're making great headway in there. They spend a lot of money. They have a lot of assets to protect. And it also touches people in a way that sometimes big federal projects don't. So we're very happy to be associated with them. So 2 press releases on our progress, our real progress into that niche. Check them out if you haven't already. But I really want to get into the sales economics. And it's 2 weeks now after the January 15th event, and we've decompressed, and I've decompressed from that. That was a huge buildup, a lot of work. Was so excited to get the information out in that forum. I could talk about forecasts and do things like that, which I don't generally do on the weekly. So I was just happy to get it all out there, set the mark, and start working for it. So that was great. Decompressed, getting more energy, and off we go, building sales. If we're going to do 10, 12, 15, $18 million in sales at some point, we need more salespeople, basically at how it works. So people sometimes get a little worried. Oh my goodness, we're adding salespeople, we're adding costs. Yes, we're adding costs. And that's why I want to talk about the economics of it. First off, adding salespeople in our scope of 105 people that we have on payroll isn't the same impact as it was when we had 15 people or 20 people. Obviously, if you add 4 or 5 people to a team of 20, it's a 20% increase or thereabouts, right? We're adding 3 people to 105 people, much less impact. Okay, so just understand this doesn't push the goalpost back that much further. But what it does is it allows us to drag that goalpost closer to us. And I'll share with you how these economics work. At RAD, because we are robots as a service, software as a service type of organization, we are selling subscriptions. And our subscriptions generally have a piece of hardware, a Rio, a Rosa, Ava, whatever it might be, and a software component. And the software encompasses cellular data and cloud services and support and so forth. So we charge monthly. And we take customers and we put them into, generally a 12-month contract. And generally, thank goodness, they renew. We have very low attrition, thank goodness. We work very hard to have very low attrition. So what happens is if I'm a salesperson and I make a sale, the revenue stream from that sale builds over time. And if I make another sale, let's say I collect $15,000 in RMR, I sell 10 Rios, or 7 Avas, or 25 Rosa. And the numbers, are subject to change. I'm not saying go do the math and that they're perfect. They're in range, right? I don't have to sell a whole bunch in a given month in order to pay for my salary. Let's say my salary is $10,000, or my salary and benefits, my package is $10,000 a month. So we want you to sell $15,000 a month in order to pay for yourself. But that $15,000 in that month that you sold, it now pays for you for as long as that $15,000 is in play. So every subsequent sale you make over that goes to the company. Expenses and profits and so on and so forth. So what I'm saying is that if we can have salespeople come on now in the next couple months, and let's say because we've gotten a lot better at selling, that maybe they start to produce $15,000 a month within 4 to 6 months, let's just say, okay? That means that we have great positive impact on our top line and bottom line this fiscal year. And this is why we're pushing into sales. We're leaning into finishing these projects, getting them ready to sell, and that I'm doing everything that I can do, which is make sure that the company is driving as hard as possible to meet these goals that we set. Now you have a little bit of a peek behind the curtain of why hiring the right salespeople that can sell is so important to us, why I've mentioned it many times, why I have 100 and something resumes open in front of me right now that I'm trying to sort through. We must build the sales team to hit our goals. Salespeople are a good thing. We need them, and we need many, many, many more of them because that's how we grow. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be coming out with AVA 4 information. Very excited to do that. February itself should be a pretty exciting month in terms of announcements, sales progress. Of course, we're closing up our fiscal year. So we're pulling every order we possibly can from everywhere. Oh, I'll share one thing. This past week was a week when we had orders and ink every day. 5 days of ink. So I don't know if we've had a week like that before. I mean, we've had some weeks with 3 days of orders, maybe 4 days of orders. This might be our first 5 days, 5 groups of orders. Okay, guys, there's a lot going on. I'm going to get back to it. Next week, it probably will be similar type video format. Week after, I think I'll be behind the green screen, but it's just sometimes easier to lay it down this way. Anyway, everybody, I hope you're doing great. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Love your comments, share, subscribe, like, all that stuff really helps us. Thank you, everybody.